So let's cue. David, what is good? How are you feeling at this moment? I was actually really sick today, David. So I actually had to stay home because I'm on my monthly and it was pretty bad. So I wasn't feeling too good. But yeah, it was really, really bad this morning. But I'm feeling much better. How about you? Hi, Supernova. Hi, I have all my people here. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I have a couple of questions today first. Um, Oopsie, I had a list. I had a list. Wait, had a list. Had a list. Yes, my list. How are you, Supernova? Supernova, when exactly is your trip? I remember you said you're gonna leave for Joburg soon, but I can't remember exactly when you said your trip was going to be. So please just let me know exactly when your trip will be. Um, I know it's coming up. I know you're flying at 12 a.m., but when exactly is your trip? Hope you well. I was just telling David that I was actually very sick today. I was really, really sick today. Um, so I have endometriosis or a form of it, although if you know, you know. And I was really sick. Like I was to the point where I was passing out in the shower. Like it was really that bad. Because I was like, if I can just maybe shower, then I might feel better. So I went into the shower. I took a shower and I passed out in the shower. That's how bad it was. I was like, okay, I need to let these people know that I won't make it today. Because of course, if you work with little ones, if you are that sick and you dance a lot, you won't be able to move right inside cold. And but throughout the day, my energy levels got up. I'm assuming my sugar levels got better, so I'm much better now. And how about you, Supernova? But tell me first, go. When are you going to Joburg? I'm excited for your trip. I'm following you now on this trip. Let me know when you're going, and so I can give you a bit more tips about South Africa. Yeah, I'm feeling much better now. I hope it's gonna stay like this because with cramping, if you have endometriosis, you would know with cramping, it's like some days you feel some moments you feel really good. It's like contractions with pregnancy. I would assume it's the same thing. Like it has these moments where it comes and these moments where it goes. And so I'm hoping it's just gonna be nice. Good morning. Hello, Deshaun. Hello, everybody. Okay, so you're going next month, which is going to be June on the 4th. Okay, girl, be safe. SA is amazing. I would suggest though, try to fly to Cape Town if you can. But hey, everybody, I have a list for us today because I really want to be a bit more intentional about how I make my videos. And so I have a list today for us about the things that I have learned within my 30s, right? And of course, you can also share. I would love for you to share some lessons that you've learned, but these are some lessons that I've learned within my 30s up to date. Um, Hello from Ohio. Okay, City Man, hi. Um, it's okay, David, but I love see you in the next one. Hey, everybody. Okay, so let's go. So the first thing, the first lesson that I've learned within my 30s is to be unapologetic. I used to be super apologetic about who it is that I am. I also always used to feel like I had to prove my worth when I stepped into a room that I belonged in that room. I would apologize for being too quiet. I would apologize for having an opinion. I would apologize and trying to say, hey, I swear I belong in this room. And so I was very apologetic throughout my life. And I learned to stop doing that. And the minute when I stopped being apologetic about who it is that I am, my life changed for the better. Okay. Oh, you like it? Okay, yeah. This is the new style that we're working with right now. My natural hair is taking a little bit of a break right now, which it desperately needs. And of course, we also saw those terrible braids. Nobody can say I didn't give the Thai ladies a try. Because one thing about me, I will try it. And I tried the Thai ladies. I gave them some grace, and they played on my head. They definitely played on my head. But I gave them a chance now. I'm not giving up on the Thai ladies as yet. Hello, everybody. So we're talking today. Hi, Ivan. We're talking today a little bit about the lessons that we have learned throughout life. And for me, the first lesson I've learned is to be unapologetic. Be unapologetic about my story. Be unapologetic about where I come from, about who I am as a person, all those different things. I am an ambivert, and so I have moments where I need some time to myself. I'm a bit of ambivert, basically introverted, extroverted, and so I would need some time to recoup. and I would always apologize for going quiet on people. Like, oh yeah, I was just, a little quiet because I'm going through something, for example. Because I don't know about you, but when I go through stuff, I isolate, right? Okay. Hello. And so that's my first lesson. What's up, the wind? You made it. You made it. We are talking today, the wind, about what am I doing? Good luck. And I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I was very sick today, but I'm much better now compared to earlier this morning. Today we're talking about lessons that we learn throughout life. And I'm going through the little list. I created a whole list. That's how prepared I am today. So I have a list in front of me. So I hope you guys are well. Oh, Supernova says her lesson is to stop always falling in love. Mm, but I love a hopeless romantic love. You know what it is, Supernova, and you can obviously correct me, girl, if I'm wrong. But when you've been disappointed so many times in love, it is so easy to give up on the idea of finding, a perfect person. Not perfect, but a great match for you, right? Because you only need to be disappointed so many times before you go like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen for me. But I think hopeless romantics, in the end, I believe you do find your person. But I get you, girl. I fall in love pretty easily too, so I get that. Thank you. Let me go up. These comments are going a little fast. Um, oopsie. Oh, thank you, everybody. Oh, you guys like the hair. Oh, thank you, Georgina. I was a little concerned because, of course, the braids. We all love the braids. I love the braids, but it was time for my braids to come out. I don't know. I posted a picture of my natural hair. I don't know if you guys saw that. But that's me. I have this beautiful afro, but because of all the braiding, what happens when you braid your hair for a long time, when you braid it quite often, it does damage your hair. And so we're in a period of resting right now. And so my hair is just resting right now. She's tucked in, she's braided underneath, and she's like a little seed that's being planted right now. I'm just allowing her to be nurtured. Hi, what is good? Um, James, hi. Hi, everybody. I'm not going to block that person. You know what, baby? You know why? Because everybody has a right, right? Once it gets disrespectful, then we might block. But for now, I like this. I don't know what there's like something. Oh, there's a whole word we made. Oh, there's a word. Oh, yeah, no, we definitely need to block him. You are right, honey. Let's get him or her off here. For sure. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you for looking out. Oh, you guys are amazing. All right, so needed I need it for my date later today. You need it for your date later today. Oh, tell me more about this date. I want to know more about it. But yes, Nova, don't give up on love altogether. But I'm right there with you, girl. I'm in that same boat. I fall in love easily too. Um, but I do feel that in the end, hopeless romantics definitely end up with their people. It is the ones that don't give up on love or the idea of healthy, beautiful love that I believe in the very end find their person. Okay, so my first lesson that we were talking about uh, was to be unapologetic. So a lesson I've learned for those of you just joined. Bye bye, Georgina. Love. We see you in the next one. Do you see all the love that we have for one another in here? This is what I love about us. It's like we really just we bouncing off of each other's energy. It's just positive vibes over here. And so the first lesson was to be unapologetic. I used to be very apologetic about who it is that I am. I would have to explain to people why it is that a way that I didn't have to, but I felt the need to. And ever since I stopped that, my life became better. Because what I've realized is people will have an opinion about you. There's nothing that you could do about that. People will forever have an opinion about you, and they have the right to have their opinion about you. It is what you think of yourself that matters most. Okay? So that's my first lesson. Please do. No, I live in Thailand right now, but I'm South African. Please do also share your life lessons. Supernova said hers is to not fall in love, which I think at some point I was there with you, girl. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop this whole, pursuit of love or wanting to be found. But why would we give up on something so beautiful and so special? Oh, guess how many breakups I got last year? Oh God, girl. Maybe three. depending on how long your relationships were. Hi, everyone. Exactly. Never try to fit in or explain. Stay happy and be you. Exactly. That's exactly it. Hello, everybody. So that was lesson number one, stop being apologetic. Lesson number two is to know your worth. There were so many moments in my life where I have entered into relationships, whether it was friendships, whether it was with, in the love relationship type of situations, where I wanted to, because I didn't know my worth, I would entertain people that obviously didn't deserve access to me. But this comes with once you start knowing your worth, you start realizing who deserve access to you. Because a lot of people don't deserve access to you. Access to us is probably the most, that should be your currency. Like having people just have random access to you lowers your value. And so when you have a level of you like, it doesn't matter what you think about me, but you're not gonna have access to me. That is such a powerful place to be in, but that only comes when you know your worth. And so know your worth. I would have saved myself so much pain in this lifetime if I had known my worth earlier on. But then again, I feel like we don't, if we didn't go through what we've been through, we also would not know what we know now. There was a quote by Maya Angelou that says, oh God, what is this quote? I'm paraphrasing, but she's essentially saying, I'm definitely going to paraphrase, she's essentially saying, forgive yourself for what you did not know. But now that you know better, you have to do better. So now if you know better now, based on what you've experienced, why would you subject yourself to the same stuff again? Right? And so know your worth in any capacity, in a workplace in particular. If you know how you show up in a workplace, please don't let people treat you any type of way. The respect to me is it's here. I don't care how long you've worked there. I don't care who you are. I don't care your race. I don't care your title. Respect me, please. Because one thing about me, I'm a very respectful person. So you're not going to talk to me in type of way. But that comes with knowing your worth, and you can address people in a kind way. I'm trust me, and this is not always going to be accepted well. But exactly, right, Michael? Know your worth and your value. My goodness, you seem comfortable. I am comfortable. Thank you. Very comfortable. Um, Hi, Gully. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Um, okay, so we broken up 12 times? Girl, you broke up every month? Our relationship lasted 1 month max, so you broken up every single month of last year. Good Lord. Okay, now let's reflect on that. What do you think attracted you to these people? Because you know what I've realized? When I think back about the stuff that attracted me to some of the people that I entertained in the past, it was because they reflected back to me what I was used to as a child. Like that, that avoidant type of love where you have to earn somebody's love. I was used to that, right? I was used to, I have to earn the love of my mother. And so when I would engage with men or this particular man, I think he changed a lot for me. There was actually just one really traumatic relationship, all honesty. It was a guy that did it in Hong Kong, and he really was the only traumatic relationship now that I think about it. But he reflected back to me what my mom gave me in my childhood was that I had to earn that love. And so I stayed because it felt familiar. And this is why it's important that we heal from our childhoods. Because when we don't heal, we go into situations and we go back to places that feels familiar, right? And so that felt like a familiar pain, right? I was familiar with, oh, I have to prove to you that I'm worth this love. I have to prove to you. And so it was a back and forth situation with me and him for nearly 3 years, honestly. But when I finally got to this realization about how amazing I am as a woman and as a human in general, I was like, you know what? Yeah. Like, you don't deserve access to me at all. And I blocked him always. But somehow he always tried to get back at me. And there were moments because I was still healing that would definitely allow him back in. But now that's a no, baby. It's finally over, and I thank God for that. But I had to heal from my childhood trauma. So, Supernova, what is it, baby? What is it about these men that makes you attracted to them? And do they all share the similar traits that you've noticed? Um, okay, let's go back up. Hello, everybody. Hey, girl, you look beautiful. I read that. Oh, I'm so Supernova. I'm so sorry, but let's get to the root of that because there's always a root. Can you check my outfit, please? I just have on like a spaghetti top and some loose pants. Nothing too fancy. Sup, love? That is good. The wind. I've had one relationship before this one, and it was 5 years ago. It lasted 9 months. But after that breakup, I found out he was playing me and dating other girls in secret. It gave me trauma. I know. I think one of the worst things is finding out that somebody had been disloyal to you. Because here's my thing about loyalty, and I feel you on that. And I'm gonna give you my example just now about what happened. Oh no, what happened to my list? I'm gonna tell you now about what happened to me with this guy. It was the same guy, also the same trauma thing. Like I said to you, he was the first guy that really gave me like really, really bad trauma. I've been through a lot of stuff before, but he was the first guy that really traumatized me. Um, the two of us, we were dating, and we were establishing at some point that hey, it is just me and you. And I was like, okay, cool, nice, this is great. And then one day I went over to his apartment and I found some female products in his apartment. And then he said to me, no, it's actually his. This is what I tell you. When we like a man, we're willing to believe anything he tells us, even if we know it doesn't make logical sense. And the thing that he told me was his was makeup remover. Like the makeup remover, like the liquid. Now, unless you wear makeup, sir, you're gonna have to make it make sense to me. Because you know what I mean? But in that moment I was so swamped and in love and da, 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 and I just really just forgave him. But essentially I knew I was not the only person. But if you know me on a personal level, you would know that health and wellness is probably up there with anything else for me. It's really high on my list. And so I knew that, hey, this man is compromising me right now. And so when there are other people involved, I feel way more than just disloyalty. I feel like you were disrespecting me on a level of my health being in the way. You just obviously disrespecting me because you're lying to me. You're questioning my intelligence. So it's a lot. So definitely, I get the trauma part, girl. But once you know your worth, it is so easy to give up on people. Baby, I don't need a man to tell me a lie 2 times. You need to tell. I. This is why it's important to ask questions. Like now, when I'm dating, I ask a man a couple of questions, and I ask him the same question different ways on the same date. And by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, this man's lying. You're done. I don't give men too many chances now. But that's why, again, if I didn't go through that situation with that guy, I would not have gained the wisdom. And so I give myself some credit for that. See why it's important to give yourself credit? Yeah, I get it, the wind. I mean, I don't think people realize just how badly they impact other people's view and love when they just do whatever they want to do. Because you can simply be honest. I always say there are so many people who are willing to do what you want to do. We live in an age where people don't even have to do too much to get access to people. Like you have to flaunt just a little bit of money and the woman will come running to you. So there are people who are willing to deal with whatever it is that you do. If you are into polyamory, if you are into cheating and dealing with several people at one time, I promise you there are women that's like, I don't even care what he does as long as he gives me money. So why would you come over here and try to convince me otherwise when you know I'm into monogamy? You know what I'm saying? So it's the deception for me. And so that's the part that causes all the trauma. So the wind, I'm so sorry that you went through that, baby girl. And I hope you find a love story that is so beautiful, that is so magical, that reignites your belief in love. I actually said this in my dating profile early on. I said it doesn't matter, despite all the negativity, I still believe that a love story is beautifully being written for me and the person that I will fall in love with. And I believe that. I don't care how much pain I've been through. What's good, everybody? Hello, hello. This is always the cutest. This is the cutest statement to me every time. She says, I cannot subscribe because I'm already subscribed. Let me put this. This is the cutest message every single time I see it. It is the cutest thing. So thank you so much. It always warms my heart when you say that. Okay, let's go on. You gotta be South African, and I am. I am. I thought they were hot. Ooh, they said I was the love of their life. Lord, what was I thinking? No, no, come on, baby. What we're not going to do is blame ourselves for believing that other people are telling the truth. That's one thing I also had to learn. Because I was like, how could I not have seen the signs? Like I knew, because as women, we know. Come on now, somebody, let's be honest with ourselves. As women on that first date, we know. We know, deep inside, we know. I'm gonna give you an example. The same guy that I'm talking about that traumatized me the way that he did, and I'm sure I also did my things to him. I'm trying to go back because I literally, my list is gone. I should have taken a screenshot. Oh no, my list is gone. Lord help me, Jesus. Oh no, my list is gone. Let me find my list. Good Lord. Anyway, hopefully I can find it. But anyway, I was going on a date with this guy, and something inside of me said, "Do not go on a date with this guy." Right? We matched on Bumble, and I remember he asked me out. He asked me out on several dates. He was like, "Please, can we meet?" And every time I was like, "No, no." I just wasn't comfortable. I kept saying, "Not now, not now." And then eventually, he asked us, "You know, why not?" So we met at a park, and the conversation was really great. Now it was in the heart of COVID. It was really in the heart of COVID. Hong Kong was basically shut down by 6 o'clock. The restaurants was closed, and so he said to me, "Hey, is it okay if we go and eat at my house because the restaurants are closed, so we can order something and we go to my house." Now, logically, on the first date, that wouldn't make sense. You don't go to a man's house on the first date, but considering everything that the restaurants are closed and we want to eat, I'm thinking again that feeling, yeah, it's not really, the best decision. I went with him. We got to his place, we sat down, we ate. It was beautiful, it was lovely. Then he put on a Netflix thing. Now, I want you guys to think about this. On Netflix, there was this thing called, I think it's The Art of Pleasure or something like that's what it was called. Yeah. It wasn't something clearly sexual, but it was definitely sexually suggestive. When he put that on, I said, "Okay, I think you have the wrong impression of me. I'm sorry, sir, that you might have had that about me." And I got up, ladies. A little bit of decorum, a little bit of self respect will take you a very long way. So I said, "I'm sorry that you had this misperception about me, but that's not who I am." And I got up and I left. And he's like, "No, no, 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 I'm not thinking that about you. This was a cooking show." I'm like, again, you're questioning my intelligence. Yeah. And I was like, "You know what? I'm done." I left. And so he walked me down all the way to the cab stand, paid for the cab and everything else. And I was like, no. Long story short, we ended up dating. But that first night, I knew this is not the kind of man that I should be dating, because if you are willing to do stuff like that or suggest it without actually saying anything on the first date, who else are you doing that with? So there are always signs. The problem is just we don't trust our first mind. And this is where we get our hearts broken. And also, the other thing is, don't go for the man that you like. I know this is gonna sound bad, and this is gonna sound bad, but my type is like the athlete, 6 foot type of dark skinned guy. I'm done with that, baby. As long as you are a kind man that's kind to me and loving, but you're taking your fitness serious. That's a not negotiable for me. You are kind to people. You are humble. You have integrity. Those are the things I look for now. So your type might not always be good for you. And it does not mean that God cannot give you your type, and they can be good people. So open yourself up to that possibility too. We're gonna do 360s over here, my love. I'm sorry. Wrong place. Hope you guys are well. Thank you. No, it's a pleasure to win. Good morning. Hi everybody. Your smile has made my day. Oh, thank you. Hello, D Nice. Emmanuel, what's good? Good morning. Hey. Right? James, we spoke about this before, baby. We're not gonna do this every time. Okay, so that was the first lesson is to be unapologetic. What was the second lesson? Is to know your worth, right? This is how we got down this whole rabbit hole. But the way at Supernova Babies, once you know your worth, you will walk away from people in the blink of an eye. Because what you also will develop is that you will move away from the scarcity mindset, thinking that it's only this one person. Because, baby, there are so many amazing men. This is why I don't. Yes, everybody's saying that the dating pool is septic. That people are pooping and peeing in the dating pool. But who is in the dating pool? We are all in the dating pool, right? So does that mean that are you also pooping and peeing in the dating pool? No, right? So that means that there must be a man out there that's also not doing that. That's also just out there looking for actual love. And that's my focus. That's where I'm putting all my energy in, is that there are amazing men and women out there with the same values that you have. So men, if you're looking for an amazing woman, there are women with the values that you want in a woman. Girls, if you're looking for amazing men, all men are not trash. All men are not terrible. All men are not out there just to use you and abuse you and discard. There are the amount of amazing men that I have met in my life. We were just not a match, but I have met some amazing men. Men who I know if I pick up the phone now and I say, "Hey, I'm in an emergency," they will move heaven and earth for me. I know men like that. I have men like that in my life, right? Um, Men who respect me, men who know that this is a friendship that doesn't try anything sexual with me, men who respect me to my core, right? And so you think for a second that I don't believe that the man that I want is out there for me, but these type of men are my type of friends that I have. I believe in amazing men. I just have to find my match, you know? I'm just curious, how old do you think I am? Ooh, you have to give me a clue, baby. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I do have a spectrum of different ages on here. So you have to give me a clue. Give me a clue. Let me ask you a question. Um, how do you feel about daytime naps? That's gonna tell me all I need to know. How do you feel about taking a nap during the daytime? If you have to go out tonight, like if you have to go out tonight, how do you feel about taking a little nap before you go out? You know, I lost my list, Lord. Jesus, I know you're not gonna do me like this. Where is my list, Lord? Come on, Jesus. Come on, now. Come on in the room. Where is the list that I've made earlier on? Can you give me the whole list again? Um, it was a list that I created based on all the lessons that I've learned so far. And you created the list for me. Sorry, this is my little AI generator. So I gave the list to him. He created a whole. But now we've lost the list. Okay, I wonder if I can see my history. Damn, I should have made a switch. Okay, maybe I just go off of memory, right? So that was lesson 1 and 2. First one is to be unapologetic. Stop apologizing for who you are. Just step in the room, know your worth, be humble. You don't have to go in there thinking you own the place. You don't have to do that. But stop apologizing for who you are. You are either accepted or you are not. But stop trying to prove, hey, I am actually amazing. You just have to give me a chance. Don't force anything. We don't force anything. Okay, so that's hey, it looks great. Oh, thank you. I love daytime naps. Like you are a millennial, Jay. Jay, you a millennial. The win, I love daytime naps. Like honestly, I like eating and sleeping my top two. You might be in your early 30s. Could be wrong. You're either in your late 20s or in your early 30s. The wind. Do let me know. So yeah, so then so be unapologetic, know your worth. Um, I would also add to that list, I would also add, which ties into the other two, stop trying to please everybody. Baby, it doesn't matter what you do. People will always find something to say about you that's negative. You even get people who literally focus only on the negative parts of you. You can literally be the best person in the world and they will still find something to say about you. And so stop trying to convince other people or try to please them in any type of way. Yeah, stop trying to please people. Another thing I would say, stop being used. And I'll make it about finances. Stop being used financially by family and friends. Okay. A lot of people are out to use us. And I had to learn that the hard way with family because I was the cousin. When I come home, I'm buying everybody clothes. That was me. If I come home and I would let my cousins go through my suitcases because they were like, "You have cute stuff, so let me just," because I just really wanted their approval, right? So I was just like, please like me." And so I would just let them just go through, take out all my cute little dresses and stuff because I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Trying to be the cool cousin. And then I was like, "Oh God, that's all you'll ever do." Nobody ever says like, "Hey, do you need some money? Are you good at university? Are you good with food or whatever?" Nobody asks those types of questions, so people were good to take. And so setting boundaries is very important. Um, oh, good puppy. Love you. I'm 23. Interesting. You're quite young. You're quite young. Um, yeah, but 23 is also not that That's that's young. I wouldn't have guessed because normally 23-year-olds are normally out and about and like to do stuff, but it depends. If you're a bit of an introvert also, but people mostly in their late 20s, early 30s, we like to nap. Like I like a good nap. Like if I'm going out tonight, maybe I need to take a little power nap before I go because I'm gonna be the one at the function taking a little nap. So fine wine, what is that now? Hi. Uh, Charlie, what? Okay, so yeah, then I lost my list. I feel like I'm not prepared without my list. My goddamn, how do I go back? I really lost my damn list, y'all. Man, how do you go back to your history? Is there a possibility for me to do that? Man, oh, it's temporary. Oh, goddamn. Okay, I had a whole list. Okay, anyway. So, what I remember from my list is to first of all, know your worth, be unapologetic, um, stop trying to please everybody because people will never be pleased, but there are people who see you for who you are and love you for who you are. Focus on those people. Um, and I would say one thing I cannot stand is negative people. I'm not going to hold you. People that are constantly negative, I probably won't be around you too long. Like if we hang out and then you complain about, maybe life is a little tough right now, whatever, I'm cool with that because hey, life is tough, right? But if you say that same thing tomorrow and the day after, by day four, I'm probably not going to be around you. I'm going to be like, call me when you need me, but I'm not going to hang with you. I love people that are positive and people that see the good in life. Because I mean, we got to wake up this morning, right? We got to eat today. We have a roof over our head. It might not be what you want right now, but baby, you are loved. If you have a loving family, that's half of the battle right there, right? And so it's your ability to see what the light that there is out there. But if you're constantly negative, I'm not going to be around you. So surround yourself with people that are like-minded. It's a big one. That is a big one. You see my shorts? What did you see about my shorts? Oh God, I'm too scared. What was my shorts about? I'm scared. Okay, James says, when I met a beautiful Russian woman, I was 21. She was 21, oh, and I was 27. I knew she was the one for me. We married now for 21 years, and we have 3 kids. So love is still out there. Exactly, James. 100%. I am so positive. I think I just said this earlier on. I don't know if you were on, James, but I said because the wind and Supernova mentioned, how they got their heart broken over the years, and Supernova mentioned that she got her heart broken 12 times last year. She dated people for like a month at a time. Which is, I mean, if you're dating, right? You're getting to know people. But I think, and she said that she wanted a lesson that she's learning and she doesn't want to fall in love anymore. And like, why would I give up on love because somebody else didn't know how to love me? Why would I give up on something so beautiful, so precious as the gift of two people deciding to share their lives together? Think about this. Like, I get to love my life, right? You get to love your life. We come together and we make a decision. Hey, let's share this life together. Let's have some children. Let's invest our resources into one pool, maybe several pools. Always have your own money, girls. Maybe different pools or several pools, and then buy property or invest or build or whatever and have some children. We are deciding to do that, me and you. And you think I'm going to give up because some bum broke my heart like a couple of years ago, or even 2 months or 2 weeks ago? That's a bum. And we're going to have to let him be bummy by himself. Because if you go out through life lying and manipulating women or men, if you are female and you're doing that, you are losing out on amazing people. You just literally, there's something that you need to figure out between you and the good Lord. But for me to give up on something so beautiful because of what other people did to me, I will not. So, James, what a beautiful story, man. I'm happy for you. Oh, okay. Oh, so you think I got a BBL? Is that what you're saying? I got them that thick in the UK. They got them thick in that. Okay, what are you saying? You saying that they got thick women in the UK, or is it enhanced? So I'm African. That's the first thing, and it's genetic. Um, out of all the things I could have possibly done to my body, putting a fake bum on my body probably wouldn't be one thing that I would consider. Like carrying a fake bum, you know how heavy that sounds? That sounds heavy to me. And why would I carry around a fake bum for who? You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. Um, so it's natural. It's natural. I have no, again, it ties into approval, right? Because why would I put in a fake bum so that some man can say, oh, now you're worthy. Now I got to walk around with this diaper bum for the rest of my life because I wanted the approval of somebody else. This is where self love comes in, right? And so it's natural. I'm African. If that makes any sense. It's genetic, but it's also gym. It's also working out hard. Um, yes. Okay. Yeah, because you're going on a date, the wind. All the best with your date. I love you too. Please do let me know about how it goes. Okay. In our next live. I'm excited for you. Oh my God. I'm excited for you. Keep us updated, girl. Right? Same. Me and Supernova, we are rooting for you, girl. We hope this goes well. Oh, enjoy. Be safe. Be safe. Good morning, Mario. You look very fresh in your working outfit. This is actually not a working outfit. This is just a chill outfit. It's just like a strap top and like some loose pants. David, why are we going through this every single time? I wear a size 36 and a size 37. That's in the US and the UK. South African is size 4 and size 5. Sometimes it's size 6 depending on the shoe. But yes, David, those are my shoe sizes. We have this discussion every single life. Just like we have the discussion about my height, David. I'm 5'3", 160 centimeters. I can show you some documentation, David, if that's gonna help. He said possibly still growing. I might still be growing. That's actually true. I might still be growing. Good morning, friends. Stop it, David. I'm telling you. Okay, so where were we? We were saying the first thing is to know your worth. Stop being apologetic. We say you can't please everybody, so stop trying to please everybody. We're also saying about surround yourself with like-minded people, like people who constantly complain and people who are constantly negative. I cannot. I simply cannot be around you. Like I have one colleague who constantly she complains on the moment that she gets into when she leaves. I literally make sure I have my earphones when she comes in. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get my earphones. Where my earphones at? Because I cannot. Negative people just there's something because there's a negativity that they bring with them, right? So they bring down the energy in the room. If you cannot count how blessed you are, if you are sitting up today and you had a warm meal this morning, this evening, this afternoon, if you have some shelter over your head, whether you're living in a shanty, which is like a shack, or where you're living in a hut or in a mansion, if you have some type of covering over your head, that means you are blessed. There are people outside in the rain and the wind hoping for some mercy for somebody so they can just sleep on their stoop tonight. Stoop is Afrikaans term for step. Um, on their steps tonight. This is gonna die. I have to charge this. Wait, let me put. I think the charger's right here. Give me a second. Right. So we are blessed, man. If you have family that love you, I cannot say this enough. If you have family that love you are so blessed. And this is coming from somebody that does not have that. If you have people in your life rooting for you, praying for you, I have one auntie called Auntie Kathy. She is the most amazing person in my life. Like, she is like, do you know how much I appreciate people that care about me? So, we have a lot to be grateful for. So, if you're constantly complaining, come on, I cannot hang around you. All right, then we have to, this list, I've lost this list. So I am trying to find this list while also remembering what it is I said. Good Lord, where is my list, Jesus? Ugh. Where is the library? Is the library? Ah, no. Okay. What else? Um, date people with the same value system that you have. I cannot emphasize this enough. Date people with the same value system that you have. Okay? All right, my love. I see you in the next one. Hi, Nicholas. Make sure that they have, hi, Emmanuel. Make sure that they have the same value system that you have. You cannot, for example, especially if you are a person like me who's thinking about the future quite often in terms of building and who I want to have with me on this journey. Because sharing in love with somebody else is a pretty big deal. And we need to make it a pretty big deal. Who you have a child with is a pretty big deal. And I think oftentimes we don't make it as big of a deal as it actually is. It's a big deal. Okay? And so you're going to want to do that with a person that's considerate, that's kind, that's loving, that's compassionate, a person that sees your needs and try to find a way to help you. If you're in an emergency and this man don't care about you being in an emergency, what makes you think that now when you have a baby with him, then now he's gonna care? You could go into labor and that man be like, okay, man, I'll see you. I'll call you when you're done. Come on. This girl don't care about you, but you think she's gonna magically start caring about you when you guys are now married? Be for real, right? So that's that. Another thing is family is not blood. Oh my God, this is a big lesson for me. Family is not blood. Uh, sorry, there's one here. This is going inverted. It is really in my eye. Family is not blood. Family is people. Family would be the people who show up for you when life is tough. People who are there to celebrate the wonderful moments with you, your achievements, not just people who only want to show up when life is good for you. When you are failing and those people are still in your corner, backing you up, telling you how amazing you are, um, when you are at your lowest, those are the people that pick you up and remind you of your worth. When you lose everything, when you are no longer as great as people who have worshipped you at one point, and yet people looking in your eyes and saying, hey, I think you're still amazing. I think you're still great. I think you can make it still. Those are the people that will be my family. And it has nothing to do with blood. And so what I'm saying is definitely the opposite too. If you are related to me by blood, but you treat me like I don't mean anything to you, like I have no value, baby, I have no problem walking away from you. I will walk away from you twice on the Sunday if I have to. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. You're addicted to trolling. Can you help? Oh, we can just block you, baby. I think that's what people do with people like you. That's why we have block buttons. So you can decide, baby. Convict, you can decide, love. Um, yeah, no, maybe people like you, there's like a block button because you said you wanted me to help you out. I'm just telling you that that's how that works. Um, I feel like David is like asparagus but friendly. David is definitely my person. David is my person. What I like about David is he asks me every single day, whenever I post anything, he always asks me how I'm doing. And so I know he means well, but he asks me my height every single time. This is a low ceiling. Maybe that's why he thinks like I'm a 6 foot tall. This is a low ceiling. I am 5'3". People who I've dated can attest to this because I dated tall men. So they can say, yeah, she's really 5'3". If I've dated you and you're in the chat because you maybe so do come. Great time listening to you. All the best in the future. You will be fine. You are very beautiful, but I'm finishing work in my garage, so good night. No, all good, James. Thank you for telling those beautiful stories of you and your wife, and congratulations on being married for all those years. All the best to you. Thank you so much. Where are you? I am currently in Thailand. Guys, where are you? I am trying to find my list, so let's recreate this list. Will I be able to find it? Oh my god, I won't be able to find it again. So I have to also just think about my list. So where are you? I'm in Thailand right now. I am in the Nantonburi province. Hey, what's your Instagram? John, I don't have Instagram. I deactivated Instagram a while ago. Like it's too much for me. It's just too much. I don't like all that. There's too much going on for me. I'm a low key person, which is actually very strange that I decided to invest in YouTube a little bit more now because I'm actually a really low key person. Like I'm a very private person, really, really am. So this is actually really outside of my comfort zone, but actually liking it a lot as well. Because I used to always like, if you're on my WhatsApp, you will laugh because I post the silliest stuff on my WhatsApp. Um, but I normally like to capture moments out throughout my life and my day. Um, and so this is something that I actually enjoy too. But with Instagram and Facebook, I think it's too much. Um, there's too much comparison. There's you kind of look at other people and you go like, oh my god, I'm a little bit behind, or you go like in this stimulation. I get overstimulated pretty fast. So all that scrolling, you get addicted to it too fast, and so I'm off of that. I'm like, ah, it's too much. Yeah. So the same kind of hope that answers your question as well. What's your favorite perfume? I don't really have a favorite brand, but I do like a particular scent. Like I love vanilla and coconut. Like when I smell like vanilla or coconut, oh my god, that's my scent. Like I love smelling good. That's the first thing. So, but it has to be like a vanilla or coconut, or like even like a mixed berry, like smelling flowery. Like yeah, but I don't have a particular brand. Maybe one day when I have a bunch of money, I might have a brand. But for now, I just whatever smells good. Magala, can I give you your? Can you give me your number? I think again that ties into that privacy thing, right? And I don't want to just give my number to you and then not, we don't communicate because I don't really, um, yeah, no, I don't really, yeah, I don't, yeah, no. How do I say this in a way that doesn't come off different? I need to know you a bit more for me to do that. Does that make any sense? Good morning, Biggie. What's good? But yeah, so we were talking about this list that I was having, Biggie, about the lessons that I've learned. I hope, Con, I hope that answers my good question. Um, about this list that I've been having, what I've learned so far in all my life, which I've obviously lived for a while now, is to be unapologetic. Stop apologizing for who you are. We have our past shaped our personalities, what we've been exposed to shaped our personalities, our family, our traumas, so much shaped who we are. And a lot of us, we often feel the need to apologize about who it is that we are, whether it be to friends or family or even our colleagues. We feel the need to sort of shrink ourselves a little bit before we come into a room. But this is not maybe helpful because I lost the list, right? Um, maybe I can still find the list. Okay. And so what I'm learning is to stop. What I've learned, and I don't do it anymore at all. Like I don't apologize for who I am. I step into a room knowing fully who I am. And you can do so with humility. You don't have to step in there demanding anything or thinking you're anything better or whatever. You just step into a room being who you are. Now, if there's one thing I've always been complimented on, just kind of, is somebody, people would always say to me, I love your energy. Is it really? Is it really? But is it raining? I think it's raining. It's raining. I love the rain. And so people would always say, hey, if there's one thing I've been complimented on quite often is my energy. People will always say, you have good energy. You have such a positive persona. Like that's one thing I've always been complimented on. And so I step into a room fully myself now. And those who like me. And those who don't, they don't. And I don't feel the need to convince those who don't to like me. You know what I mean? Um, no, I don't have slippers on right now. So that's the first thing. Know your worth and add text. Like, know who you are, know what you bring to the table. A lot of you don't know what you bring to the table, and this is why you at tables where you have to reduce your worth to sit at that table. Whole time you can own the table and all the dishes on it. But you're sitting at rooms trying to convince other people that you deserve a place at that table when in actual fact they're not even worthy to sit at the table with you. But when we don't know our worth, again, it ties back into our childhood and stuff, right? When we try to convince people who don't even belong in our lives that we are worth their time. when the actual question is, are they worth our time? So know your worth. What is good? Hi, everybody. Hello. Nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I follow you. Oh, thank you, James. Good morning from the USA, America. What's good, DJ? Now, DJ, you are in time. One thing I love about DJ is a really interactive person. He asks the best questions. We normally engage pretty well. So today, DJ, we are talking about the lessons that we've learned throughout life. I'm gonna go through the list again. We're talking about knowing our worth. We're talking about being unapologetic. It's talking about surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Like I say all the time, I revel in positivity. Like I love people who are grateful for life. And this comes from a person who had been severely traumatized since childhood. So I have enough reason to be negative. But what I've learned throughout life is that just because I've been through a bunch of stuff doesn't mean that I have to revel in that. In actual fact, I can decide to be the complete opposite of everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And I love a simp. I love a simp. Simps are loved over here. They are absolutely appreciated and loved over here. Over here, we love a simp. Um, right? Good afternoon. Simply beautiful. Thank you. The business. Cute. That can't. You are too. Okay, and so yeah, being unapologetic about who we are. Um, Surround yourself with people that are like-minded. If you like to complain and that's your thing, maybe surround yourself with people like that. But if you like positivity and light and laughter, surround yourself with like-minded people. One thing about me, I don't get jealous over girls that do better than me. Like if there's a girl that's driving a G-Wagon, if there's a girl that's a lawyer, or there are girls that's like literally popular or whatever, making these different types of incomes online, I'm not intimidated. In actual fact, I'm trying to find some tips, girl. How did you get there? Right? So I don't mind being the small fish in a group full of, in a pond full of big fish, because I'm going to learn from you, right? So never intimidated. I'm always taking notes. So around yourself, even with people that are doing better than you, because it inspires you to want to be better. And that's not inspired. Now, let's not do that now, where you want to be like that girl. You can take tips and, make it part of who you are, but don't try to copy that fully. You know what I mean? Like, have some individuality about you. This is love. Beautiful indeed. Oh, thank you. My name is Ella. Hi, Ella. That's a beautiful name. I had a student called Ella. Are you live right now? Yes, I'm live, baby. Nice, cool. Um, why? Who is trying to? Why are you trying to create drama? Now, that's one thing you also don't do here. We don't do that here. I always like this quote in Wakanda where he says, "We don't do that here." You like drama, baby. We don't do that here. No, we have class. It's a classy place. So all that drama you're trying to stir up right now, unstir it, please. Yummy. What's yummy, Joe? Exactly. Life directs you to better if you look for it. I saw a quote the other day. I believe that the world is out to do me more good than it is out to do me more bad. And I think when you lock in that mindset that only good things can happen for me, it's like you attract it, right? Because you put that out there that good and positive things will happen to me, kind things. But that also means that you have to open up your eyes to the good and the kind things. Like for example, today I was very, very sick. Like this morning, I have men on here who understand the human body, right? And so what I do is today I'm on my situation, right? And I passed out in the shower, like I was very, very sick, like to the point like I literally passed out in my shower. I turned, really pale and everything. My blood sugar level was very, very low. Um, my iron levels dropped really low during this time. And so I was very sick. Happy Memorial Day. Hi. I want to read these comments, so just give me 2 seconds. Let me quickly finish this because I love to engage with your comments. Um, And I had to call in because as a kindergarten teacher, there's no way that you cannot stand on your legs because it's shaking and you're dizzy and your cramping is through the roof. Sugar levels low to the point where you can barely see straight. And so I had to call in. But when you call in, you lose a whole day's salary, right? And so I could revel in the fact that I was feeling sick, but I'm also being penalized for being sick. All I can say, well, I honored my body enough to say, hey, I cannot put it through all that mental trauma by just going to simply be sent back home. And I can honor those kids by letting them have a really good teacher for the day that's strong enough to provide an effective lesson. So it's all in the way that you look at stuff. Now I'm feeling much better, so tomorrow I'm going to be up and doing the thing and running around and laughing with them. But if I had to revel in the fact that I'm losing all this money for this day, then I'm not going to see the good that come from it. That I got to rest. I feel better now. My energy is up. Tomorrow is going to be a better day. And so when you look for negative things, you revel in it. And so you only see the negative, right? But we don't do that here. It doesn't mean that life is not going to happen because one thing about life is it will happen regardless. Let's read these comments. So yes, the cat, Dad cat, I definitely agree with you. Life always directs you to better if you look. Oh, I was trying to say this story. So I was going to get something to eat because there was nothing in the house. I had to go get some fruit at the grocery store. And this guy on his motorbike, we were getting to the grocery store. And he got me to the wrong side. And he reversed his bike all the way so he can get me to the right place. And I was like, no, I can just walk. And he's like, no, 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 I want to take you. And so I really appreciate the little things. And I guess that's also why I'm so positive because I can see the tiny blessings throughout my day. Good morning. Hi. Oh, thank you, love loyalty, royalty. I hear Thailand is beautiful. I would love to visit. You definitely need to visit Ella. You need. It is a beautiful place, but above all, it has beautiful people with kind and loving spirits. And I think that is the most beautiful thing for me about Thailand, besides the food, because Thai food is really good. It's so good. Somebody saying, I got to agree. It's imperative that you surround yourself with like-minded people because bad company corrupt good character. Exactly. Exactly. We become like the people that we surround ourselves with. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how much you be like, no, I will not be convinced. People will never change me. It's an automatic thing. If I'm around a bunch of people that don't care about the way they present themselves, that are loud and obnoxious and violent and speak to people, and after a while, I become like that. But if I'm around people who know how to treat other people, who have a level of class and respect about them, who know about positivity and kindness and love, thank you to the person who is responding with the emojis. I really appreciate you. Um, if that's you become that, right? You become like the people you surround. This is why I don't mind surrounding myself with girls that are like CEOs and lawyers. And remember in Hong Kong, I was surrounded by people that were doing way better than I did. And the only thing I did was, but I got inspired. I was like, shit, I need to get my shit together, you know? Happy Memorial Day to you, to love. Look at the boss speaking. This is why I said look, right? Only if you look for the positive things will you find it. I agree, baby. I agree with you. Well, let me find. Give me 2 seconds, friends. I hate it because my keyboard doesn't work, and so I have a Bluetooth keyboard. This is the first thing I gotta fix. There's so much things we have to fix, but good lord, one thing about us, we do the things we can do and we can do it. And so this is why I was so sad when they messed my braids up because I spent a lot of money on my braids. But again, we don't want to dwell on it too long because then I was like, maybe my natural hair needed to rest anyway. So let's just dwell into that, you know. But I definitely spent a whole lot of money on that. All right. I hope you're okay. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, this morning I think I was really concerned because I was like, you know what if I'm pregnant one day and I struggle with my pregnancy as much as I do my period, right? I hope I have mature people on here that understand the body of a woman. and won't judge us for talking about real stuff, right? But like I said this morning, I literally passed out in the shower. Like I had to lay in my shower. Luckily, I have a big shower. I had to lay in my shower for a while so I could just get my recover. Um, I literally passed out this morning, and I was great because I literally lost um, a lot of blood. A lot was going on with me. Um, and I get my period pretty heavy, but today was one of the worst days for me. I mean, I couldn't stand on my legs. It was literally it was crazy. But I'm here now, right? And I'm feeling better now, and so I'm grateful for that. But I did make a concern for when I'm pregnant. This is why it's important to be with a kind partner one day, who, if you're that sick, will lift you up and get you out of the shower and help you get dressed and everything else. Having a kind partner is probably one of the biggest blessings that you can walk into. And so take your time when it comes to a partner. If you come home and you're tired and then you have this loving person on the other side of the door with a meal that's ready for you, helping you take off your work boots, whatever it might be, caring for you in that way. Love is a verb, baby. Love is a verb. You know? Happy Memorial Day to the Americans. I'm South African, baby. Intellectual, beautiful black women are A1. Oh, thank you. Okay, so listen, Dad Cat, you know what I've learned in life, baby? Sometimes when we leave bad situations, and this is why it's important, again, it ties into that work thing, right? When we leave bad situations, and in that moment, in that bad thing might even feel like, oh, I'm stepping away from a blessing, I'm stepping away from, opportunity of a lifetime. It will propel you into the best season of your life. This is why I want for some of you to be okay with walking away from people, situations, things, places, and family if you have to, that really don't bring out the best in you because it propels you to where you need to be. But a lot of you have that warrior spirit where it's like, no, I'm gonna fight it out. I'm not saying don't fight for it, but know when to stop. And so I'm happy that you found a job that you like now, that cat, and that it's awesome for you. More blessings to you. If you were to get a piercing anywhere, where would you get one? Maybe in my nose. Because I have this beautiful big African nose. So maybe on the side of my nose. But right now I don't really want any more piercings. I just have the two on the side of my ears, of course. But if anything, I would probably get like a little tiny diamond on the side of my nose to celebrate my African heritage. How about you? Do you have children or are you married? Neither. I don't have any children. Got free, and I am not married. Um, but both is something that I would love to have. Although this afternoon actually, I was recovering. I was taking a nap, and I was wondering, if you have a man, especially a man that's not neat. This is why again it's important when you're dating. Assess his habits. Like check his hygiene situation. Okay, okay. Check that man's hygiene situation because you don't want to be the girl that is cleaning up after a grown man constantly. Okay. Go if you guys are dating, go to his apartment at some point and see how his house is. Is it kept? Because then you know he's not going to be the type of guy that's expecting you to clean up after him. That he actually understands partnership. Because I was imagining, because I love my own space, right? And I love peace and I love a tidy space. Like there's one thing I like a space that's tidy. So imagine if I have a man and he's just snoring and dirty and he doesn't pick up after himself and he's just messing up my space and I cannot have white bedding because he doesn't know how to, you know. So I was like, let me enjoy my peace. But then again, I need to pick right, right? So it's all about picking right. But right now, no kids, no husband, nothing. That's a long way to answer that. Strength doesn't always win. Sometimes your weakest hands display the greatest knowledge on how to proceed. Ooh, that's an interesting perspective. That's an interesting perspective. Please give me an example of how that would work in our day-to-day life. I learned that you should go where you're celebrated, not tolerant. Ooh, DJ. That's literally how I started my 2026. I packed up my bags in Hong Kong at the end of last year. Terrible job. It was just a horrible place. And I remember I got this really great job. I took it, and it turned out that that was actually a very terrible place for me to be in. Everything that they said they stood for, I didn't stand for that. And I left a really great company for this job because it was better paying. It was working at a primary school. It was all those different things. Turned out they didn't stand for any of the principles that they apparently say they stand for. One thing about me, I'm going to call hypocrisy out, especially when I'm being disrespected. Um, and so that didn't last long. But then my old boss said, "Hey, Denise," he took me for dinner before I left. He said, "Hey, Denise, do you want your old job back? Please come back. We really need you. I don't mind you coming back." And so obviously I had a chance. I had a moment to still be in Hong Kong. But I knew that Hong Kong was not it for me. I knew I was never going to reach my potential. I knew I had amazing friends, and I still do. We were on a video call the other night. Um, Two of them are still in Hong Kong. One is in London. One is in the US, and one is in Turkey. So we do our check-ins from time to time. To my friendships, I miss them dearly. Um, but the men were not the best. Um, it was Hong Kong is a very people love like this, so the friendliness is not a thing. When Thailand, I think it's like very much like Africa. Like everybody is like sawadika, like very much engaged. Sawadika is like hello, how are you? Um, and so this is a beautiful thing for me because I'm like that. I'm a people's person, right? And so yeah, it's just a great decision. So I left Hong Kong, and I've been living my best life ever since. So leave situations and go where you said the way where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Okay? Don't stay in jobs when you're baby. Now this is a hard thing to say because you're like, now I need my job to survive. But think about it, if you are miserable in your job every single day, but you're like, hey, it's a great paycheck, but you are miserable, that is where you spend most of your time. Maybe I'm getting paid a quarter of what I got paid at that primary school, but I'm the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. Yep, that kept me up. Okay, you said we don't have a Memorial Day here in the UK, but we have break, spring bank holiday today. Ooh, well, enjoy. Is obviously you guys didn't get the day off. Look at you guys having a long weekend. Enjoy, Ella. Enjoy that. Oh, somebody's saying, "In due season you shall be mine." This single season of yours. This too shall pass, my love. Oh, I shall be yours and you shall be mine. We shall be each other's. I understand now. Now this is a woman. Nice, beautiful queen. May your day be covered in peace, guided with clarity, and full with the kind of wings you don't have to chase. Oh, keep signing. Oh my god, this is making me emotional. Let me take a screenshot. Why can't I? Because the light is there. It's so beautiful. Oh, why am I getting emotional about that? Snap out of it. Why are you guys making me cry today? I'm such an amazing woman and mother. I'm not a mother yet, but thank you. Hopefully, my students can say that about me. I'm a good teacher, hopefully. You're such a flower. She's loved and appreciated. Comment, like, and subscribe. Support this lovely angel. Oh, you guys are making me cry. Thank you so much. I'm getting emotional. This is great. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm just now tuning in. Hi, Bruce. Um, Oh, thank you. Fine is divine. What's up? I'm good, you guys. Just getting a little emotional about these compliments now. But we good, we good. Something out of it. What makes you happy nowadays? The thing about me is the simple things make me happy, right? I'm not really impressed by a lot of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, money is great to have. Like, money and things are great to have, but those things that don't excite me. Like going into a Louis Vuitton store and buying whatever or Gucci or those things that don't excite me. And again, it doesn't make me anything. Like if women like that, that's them. They like that. If she likes that, that's a beautiful thing. That's what she likes. It's just something it doesn't bring. I don't even care for those things. But what I do care for is slow mornings, like being able to start my day a little bit later, or being able to go to a fresh fruit market and get some fresh fruit. Like the other day, I had such a beautiful, simple moment. Right? They were braiding my hair, which I found out they were just playing on my head. But anyway, they were playing on my head, and I was looking outside. I made a post about this actually. I was looking outside this morning. There was this old man, and he was cutting fruit for his little fruit stand. And in that moment, I felt such a great sense of gratitude to be in a country where I have access to fresh fruit like that. So cheap. It's like 20 baht. 20 baht is like 10 rand. That's like $1 or something in the US. Um, and I have access to these wonderful people with these friendly faces and this old man selling his food on a cart. Like simple things like that make me happy. Was a happy moment for me. The laughter of the woman in the salon. They were just laughing, talking in Thai, telling each other stories. Like that made me happy. When I see little families together and I see how much love is. Oh, why am I so emotional today? What's going on? Mm, I don't know what's happening with me today, but it's okay. Like I was sitting on the train the other day, and there was I don't know why I'm emotional. What the hell's going on? I was on the train, and there was this couple, and they had two little boys, and you could see that this is maybe the first time they're taking their boys to go on the train ride, or maybe the first time, or maybe like the it's been like a few times because they were really excited about this train ride, and I don't know why I'm emotional. I swear to God, I'm just being extra right now. And they were looking out the window, and the mom was excited, and the dad, and they were like so excited about being this little train ride. And in that moment, I felt so much joy for them. So I don't know, simple things make me happy. So I guess that's a long-winded way to say uh, life right now is what makes me happy. How about you? Tell me a special talent that you have that nobody knows about. Ooh. I can run. Like I can run long distance. Like I used to in my little town, I used to win all the long distance races, like every single time. As we would take like these really long laps around these really. Not everybody knows about that. Not everybody, but I guess my small town knows about it. But if nobody knows about it, I can climb trees very well because I'm African. I don't really know. I can swim really well. I don't know anything nobody knows about. I can beatbox. So, well, I'm not really good at it now anymore, but I used to. Are you trans? Yes, Tony. I'm a man. I got it. Now come over. I'm a man. I accept and hate all the notifications. You are worth it. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Stop it. That's Oh, that's a good question. Do you think you got sick today not eating enough meat, or do you think it's your weather, or just your period? That's a really good question. Because I do have low iron, I was told I need to eat a lot of red meat to up that, or also I have my hemoglobin levels are pretty low as well. Right, so there's a production of my red blood cells, and obviously that also helps a lot if you eat a lot of red meat. So it could be that because I don't really eat meat anymore or as much. Let me say as much. I mostly eat fish now or seafood. So there could be a factor to that perhaps. But because meat also makes me a little bit, it just makes my system feel this feels ugh when I eat meat. So it could be. But I have to supplement that with beetroots. Um, and I haven't been eating beetroot, so it could be that for sure. I yes, yes, could be. But then again, I also struggle with endometriosis, so it's a combination of a whole bunch of things. But I believe I'm gonna get an amazing partner that if I do get really, really sick, some of the months, because you do feel helpless to an extent. Because when you pass that on your bathroom floor for a while, it does feel a little bit um, like you do feel like you need a little bit of help, right? Um, so hopefully, I will have an amazing partner that will help me during those stages. Because I can get up, I just pass out for a while. I can get up, but it's always nice to just feel like you have that extra support. What is the one thing that you're most proud of that doesn't show up on your resume? That, ooh, I don't know why I'm so emotional today. That everything that tried to destroy me didn't. That every single thing that tried to destroy me didn't. Like it didn't get to my soul. Like I've seen so many people who are, but I promise I'm not really emotional today. I wonder if it was about my period. Maybe it's my period too. It could be that too. But if you've known how much I've survived, and I think we've all survived stuff. Like nobody's super special in what we've survived, but I've survived some pretty horrific things. Um, and I know people who life have turned them bitter or violent or to a point where they only care about their own interest. But the fact that I kept, or I created, by the grace of God, I created this personality of peace and joy and love and positivity, despite everything I've been through. That life didn't get to my soul. I'm most proud of that. I'm most proud of that. That it didn't turn me evil. It didn't turn me bitter. Instead, it. I hope. I obviously I wish I didn't go through some of those things. Um, that I'm not going through it still, but I believe I'm a beacon of light. Like I just believe I'm a beacon of light, and that I can inspire other people who are in the dark, and I can pull them into the light. You know, I'm my period. We're just gonna blame on my period. That's what we're gonna do. Nice puppy disc. May the wind always be at your back and the sun up on your face, and may the winds of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Oh, God, you guys are also not helping. Oh, is this my period, right? This is my period. It's all it is. Thank you, DJ. You are beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. Oh my God. I should be dropping into gold, or rugby, or emerald, or a ruby, emerald, or diamond on the right side of your finger. Ooh, one day, one day, one day, one day. Left side. One day. Are you Kosa? No, I'm not, but I wish I was. I wish I was. I wish I was Kosa, but I'm not. I have a lot of Kosa friends, though. Kosa people are in my opinion, some of the best people you will ever find. Okay, love. See you in the next one. Wait. You're a teacher. Where do you need to go? Where do I need to go to sign up? You need to go all the way back to kindergarten because that's where I'm at. Is my volume bad? You guys cannot hear me? Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Have a beautiful day. Oh, thank you. And get some rest. Yeah, I think I will. It's 8. Let's make it 8, 9. Let's make it until around 8:50. I'm still in the mood to talk. So let's see. Let's see how we feel about around the 8:15 mark. I need to wish somebody a happy birthday. I need to wish somebody happy birthday tomorrow. Yeah, 26th of May. You are so adorable. Good morning. Good morning, Elsa. Can't hear you guys. Cannot hear me. What? Wait. But this, we've been engaging this whole time. The volume is fine. I wanted to say, like, when we've been talking this whole time, how's my volume not okay now? Okay. I'm gonna get a mic next month, by the way. You are a testament to your resilience and strength to overcome life's obstacles and still remain a beacon of light. 100% teaching. 100%. And this is why I was saying earlier, I still believe in good and kind people. If people were saying they're done with dating, the dating phase is tired. I like one of our friends in the chat. The wind is going on a date today. We're not going to give up on kind and good people because I believe this, DJ, to my core, that if somebody like me can exist, there must be several of us, and there's a male version of me that is mine, not completely because I want it to be different than me, right? Because I could be a good person sometimes. But I believe in kind people. I believe the world is full with them. Why are you so sad? No ego? What's going on? Why are you sad? My natural air is resting. She is safely tucked in. She's braided. She's safely tucked in. She is cozy. I've decided to take care of it for a while because I do realize when you do a lot of braids, it damages it a lot. And so right now, it's taking a break. It's resting. It's like a little seed. You put a little seed in the ground. It's growing right now. It is nesting season. Yes, we can. Right? Those are great answers. Loving your brain. What is the best advice you've ever received? And secondly, how did it actually change your life? The best advice I've ever received. I read it. It's like nobody told me it's something I read. Nobody is responsible for your life. They're not responsible for your happiness. They're not responsible for your choices. They're not responsible for anything as it relates to you. And it changed my viewpoint on a lot of things because I didn't hold anybody accountable for not making me happy. I simply didn't stay in places where I wasn't happy. Because I think what often happens is we hold other people to a standard of, you are supposed to help me or you are supposed to provide me a sense of peace, of joy, or happiness, or whatever. And they actually don't. Nobody owes that. You owe your children that. And this is why I stand firm on that. As a parent, you owe your children that. You owe them. You are supposed to take care of them. You are supposed to love them. You are supposed to protect them. You are supposed to be their safest place in the world. But as an adult, nobody's responsible for you. Nobody's coming to save you, baby. Your life, your responsibility. Your happiness, your responsibility. That's the best advice. And it changed my complete life. And so I don't have any expectations of people as much anymore unless you are my lover. Then you have to come correct because I assess you for my babies, right? Because we're going to be responsible for them. And how about you? What was your best advice and how did it change yours? It seems like you've regained your faith in humanity. I did, which is quite strange because the person that broke my heart the most was my mother, right? And that's the one person who's supposed to be your anchor, right? And so if that person breaks your heart, how do you? How do you love people that are not related to you in any other way when the person who's supposed to be your safest place becomes your deepest wound? But what I've learned is that that's her journey, that's her life. The only thing I can do is to forgive you, and hope that you come to a sense of peace within yourself at one point in your life. But I cannot, because of one person's shortcomings. Several people dropped the ball in my family. Several people dropped the ball. People who were responsible for me. But that's not going to keep me from looking at the world through a different lens. Because there are people who are not related to me that have been the kindest people to me I have ever met. Like I know a woman called Auntie Kathy. Just like a grandma to me. She's amazing. She checks up on me every day. She calls me. She sends me little notes. She sings happy birthday to me on my birthday. Like, I value kind people. And that's regardless of your blood, if you're related or not. And so yeah, it's fully gained. I'm fully gained my trust in humanity. Um, just because humans are weak and failed in several ways does not mean that I should close myself off from the kindness and goodness of other people. You know? So, yeah. You have such a glow about you. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Joey. The hairstyle looks excellent on you. Like my key. My key. We can hear you. I'm happy that you guys can hear me. I'm happy. Are you saying it like in live, or are you meaning like in the audio? Okay, I think I'm gonna go off in the next 10 minutes. Let's give it 10 more minutes. This was fun. Let's give it 10 more minutes. Let's think about one last. I want to send this person a happy birthday before I go to sleep because it's gonna be daytime on their side when they wake up, and then I'm gonna be halfway through my day. I'm a firm believer that you can't give 100% of yourself to anyone. Oh, for sure. For sure. As much as I have faith in humanity, maybe I'm also very cautious. I'm also very cautious because that's the other part of hurt, right? That's the other part of being exposed to so much trauma. Is that yes, I can love a lot of people, I can move with grace throughout this world for a lot of people, but baby, when it comes to being cautious, I'm always cautious. Always. And I always give people as much as they give me, or as little as they give me. But never 100%. My kids, my future babies deserve 100% and nobody else. Maybe even to your partner. I think there should be parts of you that are hidden from your partner, not in a deceptive way, not in a terrible way, but in a mysterious way. I think we should always carry a sense of mystery about ourselves, even to the person that we love. Like they should discover parts of us all the time. So I agree with you, DJ, for sure. Are you at least 25 years old? No, I am 38 years old, so I'm almost 40. Nice to see you today. Nice to see you today too, City Man. Thank you for hanging with me. We're about to go off in the next 10 minutes, friends. Hi. Maybe 80, maybe 90%. Let's say if something happens to my partner, she dies or she leaves, I still need at least 7% to carry on. Oh, for sure. I I think you can give yourself to people and still give out you. I think two things can be true at one time. You can give yourself to other people to 90%, but you can still give 100% to yourself. So whenever somebody do decide to leave, you are still happy. This is why I'm a firm believer. Sorry, I have these pieces of hair that are just like vertical. I mean, what do you call that? Yeah. Um, and it's like poking my eye a little bit. Um, I'm a firm believer in this concept that you should be happy by yourself. Your partner should be an extension of the happiness that you already have. Because if they decide to leave, if they decide to, hey, I'm done, I got a better version, whatever the situation might be, if they decide to pack up their stuff because your joy and your love is self-generated, their presence or absence does not really affect that. Yes, of course it would to some extent, because you're happy by yourself. Presence of other people is really an extension. So if that extension is cut off, you are still fully happy. You might be in pain, but it's not going to take your soul, essentially. No, you're leaving. Citizen, yeah, just okay. I'll give it 10 more minutes. So 10 more minutes, right? That's a long time, no? Is that a long time? Okay, another question. Darnell, do you think cash will still matter in the future, or do you think everything should go fully digital? I think so. I definitely think so, Darnell. In SA, when I went, which was I think this is why I feel like South Africa is also much safer now. When I went to some of the stores, most is cashless. Most of the stores now are cashless. So then we will get to a point where everything either becomes digital on your phone. Da, da, da. Yeah, I agree. And I think it's going to get to a point where obviously we know I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. gonna get to one world banking system, one currency, and then they're gonna control us like puppets from that place. Well, that's a story for another day because I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, honey. I can spend hours watching conspiracy theories. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, baby, I understand. Um, you articulate yourself well. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Oh wow, you look very young. You're aging well, my friend. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yes, correct. That's correct. Hello, gorgeous. You'd never leave me. Really? What makes you say that? I'm not gonna hold you. I'm quick to leave. If something doesn't smell right, if something is like off, if I assess you. You know what I do? You know what I do to men. This is why I love men sometimes because men, if you let a man talk long enough, if he's honest, his answers are gonna be the same. But if he lies, like I love when I go when I'm dating men, I love to ask them the same question in different ways. And quite often I get different answers. And this is how I know, okay, you done. You here to play. Okay, sir. See you. Take care of yourself. I'm out. But yeah, I love to listen to men. That's one of my I think my good qualities is that I like to listen to men. When a man is speaking, I actually listen to him. And so I'm able to have a conversation based on what he's telling me, what. When we're not vulnerable, I love to listen to them. Um, but during the dating phase, I love to ask questions. I love to ask questions. And I have men have spoken themselves into circles around me so many times. I witnessed it with my own two eyes. Just moved to my sister's band. Men that invest 100% into a marriage or relationship and completely crumbled when it failed. I think someone said the other day that men are actually more emotional than women. It's just the thing that men have this shield of I'm not emotional. But men are actually way more emotional. When a man loves you, when a man truly loves you, he will pour everything into you. Um, and so I think this is also why so many men don't love, because oftentimes they are afraid to pour, first of all of that into it. But it's also such a risky thing to do. I don't think any of us should do that. This is gonna sound contradicting, but your partner should not become your everything. I'm sorry. That your partner should not become your everything. Like, yes, you should love them. You guys should be this unit. There should be this understanding, communication, financial stability. All these different things should all be part of this unit. But you should not be. He should not become your everything, because that's oftentimes where people don't have their own lives, right? And it's like, girl, can you just go out and have your own life? Like, why am I your entire life? People become bored of each other because, like, we each other's everything. You know what I mean? So have a sense of mystery about you. They should become a very important part of your life, but not your entire life. You know? You're glowing right now. Oh, thank you, Greg. Listen, let's do it. I love a little conspiracy theory. I love it. I love it. I spend hours and I do scare myself. The thing about for someone who gets scared so easily, I love things way too much. Like I love the conspiracy theories and being like, oh my god, like lizard people are real. Like I hear that. Or did you see like the glitch of the person's eye go like this? Because they are like actually skin people. You know. Okay, okay, you're a little too far down the rabbit hole right now. Let's just put it all back. What is an absolute favorite guilty pleasure that you are absolutely unapologetic about? Ooh, that's a good one. Do I have a guilty pleasure? Do I? Actually, don't. Not anything that I'm like, oh, if I eat this, I feel really guilty. Maybe when I'm PMSing, that I go in a little too hard on certain things. But that's not. I don't feel. I'm apologetic about that to myself because I know how much work I put into my body. And then during that time of the month, I'm like, oh my god, why are we eating fries so much right now? But I feel bad about it, so it's not a guilty. It's not something I'm unapologetic about. I'm trying to think. What do I like to be apologetic Oh, I don't have one. How about you? Oh, some men just are just raised like animals. I'm not even reading those comments. Please don't leave us, goddess. Okay, how about we make it 10 more minutes? Okay, but then we have to go though. We gotta go. So I'll hang out for 10 more minutes. Is that okay? Because I treat you like the royalty you are every single day. Meaning courtesy. Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. Where you from? I'm South African. How about you? I'm South African, and I currently live in Thailand. How about you? Love is a risk. That's why the clinch, the cliche is falling in love. The cliche. It's a leap of faith, hoping that the other person gets you. Yeah. So love is it's I think so. I've downloaded dating apps recently again. I've been on dating apps so many times that I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. Then I delete it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I might have to re-download it because I don't really go out all that much to find them. So this might be the way to find them. And I've matched with some beautiful men. Like right now, I have a few matches. Um, but I don't know. I've also lost a little sense of. I don't know. Maybe this is the issue. Maybe our idea of what love should be has completely changed. It has completely changed. Oh, okay. So it was a message that came through. It has completely changed, and maybe the issue, teacher, is that we have this idea. I always had this idea of 90s love, where people still write notes to you and get excited to talk to you on the phone. It's like when can I take you on a date and you guys spend, like this. The movie I Love Jones, where they walking like down this they walking on this date for so long and they end up, you know, wherever and they have this really wonderful moment. Like I have those ideals. Thank you to the person going crazy with the likes. I have those ideals for what a relationship should be, but I do think that that's also a little bit of fluff. You know what I mean? Because with the times now, it's like dating and everybody's texting, and it's so exhausting. I'm like, can I just find my '90s love? Can I find my '90s lover? Because now it's like, oh my god, how you doing? And now I'm 38 and I have to figure out what does this abbreviation mean? Because I don't know what this means and what does it mean. It's like, oh my god, like everybody's texting, nobody's calling, nobody's actually. I don't know, 2 minutes into a date, you find out this man's actually just here for one thing, and then you turned off. But I think also the reason why the world is the way it is because sex became too easy for people. Women, I think sex became too easy for men. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. And money became too accessible for women. So it's like everything is transactional. Transactional. Say that word. Transactional. Transactional. That word, it is that right now. As if people have lost the essence of love and wanting to actually get to know you. Um, but I'm still hopeful though. Another great answer. You're knocking these questions out the park. Let's switch the vibe. We are on the first date, okay? You asked me out. Where are you taking me and where are we eating? If I take you out on a date, we're probably gonna go on a coffee date or we're gonna take a walk in the park. Those two. I believe the first date should not be a date where I am spending a whole bunch of money on you because I'm literally only getting to know you. So if I take anybody on the first date, and even if a man takes me on the first date, I'm either expecting us to go for a quick coffee or for us to go for a walk in the park or a walk down the pier or whatever. Because it's literally us just getting to know each other, right? And of course, if anything, if we like the vibe and we're really hungry, we just go grab a bite to eat somewhere at a restaurant. Um, But the first date, in my opinion, should not be one where you try and spend a whole bunch of money on me to show me that you can take care of me. Like if you can take care of me, that will be obvious over time. But to prove that you can take care of me on the first date, I don't need all of that. What I need to know is assess whether we're going to be a good match. And so during that coffee date, I'll ask a few questions. And one thing about me, I'm not aggressive with the questions. I sneak in my questions like very subtly. You won't even know. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a really great date. And you're confused. It's like, no, because I found out why you're actually here. I just asked you questions. You were just not prepared. And I caught you off guard. So that's how I do it. How about you? Skip that comment. Hello, 18. The same question 8 different ways is crazy. Damn. It's very repetitive. It's important to give different types of right here. How you doing, ATM? It's important to give different types of perspectives on the same situation. Come on now. Love don't change people do. Love don't change people do. But isn't it? Are we not the ones to give love? Mm, they still exist. Yes, trust me. I do agree that real love still exists. And love is a verb, so the person who are displaying these types of actions still exist. Um, it's just a matter of time. Transactional, right? Here we go. I'm Batman. Welcome, Batman. Just vibe and learn each other. It's not an interview. Connections are discovered and built. They mean more when they are both. Oh, but it is an interview, baby. It is 100% interview. And I'm not saying that you guys should sit around being like, oh, so what was you guys doing? And when did you do this? And what? That's not how you do it. Remember, the dating phase is all about collecting data. You are collecting information to assess if this person is going to be in it for the long run. Is this going to be a person that you could build a life with, right? And so it has to be an interview. It doesn't have to be like you're not gonna sit there with this tie and suit and I'm gonna put a book and pen. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna be the case. It's gonna be settled. So what do you feel? How do you how do you feel about people who are from a different sexual orientation? People who believe in this. How do you feel about homelessness? What do you think? And it can be through simple conversation, like you flowing with the conversation. It's nothing serious, but you are collecting information. You are asking the right questions. Let me tell you how I treated the guy the other day. I'm getting to know this guy, right? It's important to ask the right questions. I'm getting to know this guy. So I'm asking him, beginning of our conversation, I'm asking him, hey, so are you talking to anybody else right now? Which is fine because we're dating. So are you talking to anybody else right now? I just want to know so I kind of have an idea. He's like, no, it's just you right now. I'm like, okay, great. Well, we talk about other things, da, 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 da. And then I see some question in again at the end. I said, okay, so I know right now, everybody's on Bumble. So are you on Bumble? Are you talking to somebody? He's like, yeah, I am on Bumble and I got a message today. I'm talking to different people. Okay, sir. So I will see you again. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Go. Right? You are collecting information. You are assessing. Is this person serious? Are they lying to you about small things? But remember, if people can lie to you about small things, honey, the bigger things. And so that was a quick assessment that this is a liar. This is somebody I cannot vote with. This is somebody that will lie to me about simple things. Because if you can open up a conversation by saying it's just you and end the conversation by saying, oh yeah, I'm speaking to several people, clearly you don't want the same thing that I want. Clearly you're in this for the wrong reason. And so therefore we can disconnect at this time. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. It does mean he struggle with the truth. And that's something we're not going to entertain. You know what I'm saying? But it was very chilled. It wasn't like an intense conversation. It was just knowing when to ask a question and in which ways to ask the same question. Men can do the same thing. Men don't ask enough questions. And this is why you end up in also these miserable situations. So that's the problem. Is it want to say trans? You want to say transactional? Okay, it's a terrible analogy. Shit in my head. Love isn't that simple. Oh, you calling me a dummy? Oh, you gotta go, baby. You can disagree, never disrespect. I always say disagreement is okay, disrespect is not. Right? We don't do that over here. But beat it up is like it's a button, like it broke in your house, and we stole your last piece of chicken. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. You were hilarious. That was fun. We were actually playing that as well. But that's actually a little bit. It's actually a little bit. It's a good take and some too. So love to the Black Goddess. Oh, mystery man, who are you? I'm Denise, the girl next door. Simple girl next door. You're just having a look into my imperfectly perfect life. This little journey to self. I'm about to go off, everybody, but this was lovely. Oh, I have a question before I go. Somebody's saying, what are 3 first date deal breakers? Um, for one, if you lie for no reason, because if you can lie about small things, I cannot trust you with my life. So liars, massive. Men who have children who don't say that they have children. So men who have kids who don't claim them. Like if you, for example, are on these sites and you say that you have no kids or you don't even claim them, that's a no. Because even if I do, which I kind of don't want to, but even if I do date a man with a child, you have to be in your child's life. Like I'm one of those women, I will be on your ass about this. Like you need to be in your child's life. They need to come to you. They need to visit you. So if you're not in your child's life, if you lie for no reason, and if you are arrogant, like I cannot deal with arrogant men. It's such a turn off. How about you? I appreciate the 10-minute extension, boss. Yeah, we gotta go. We've been extending this to these last 10 minutes for the last 10 minutes. We've been extending it every 10 minutes. And our first date is going to be me taking you out. Okay. Tell him what it is, Bruce. Happy Memorial Day. Hey, Rock. Rocker. Hi. Hey, pretty you people. Thank you. Alrighty, family. I'm about to go. Some people are just not respectable. There's nothing we can do about that. We can simply remove them. I always say disagreement is perfectly fine. Disrespect, never okay. You can't be naive neither. You can't be naive either. Everybody is not out here dating with intention. That is the other thing. That's something I probably hate as well when somebody say they want something, but then you find out that they don't. Like that is such a off-putting thing for me. They're like, no, I want a long-term relationship. No, I actually want love. And then halfway through, you're like, nah, bro, I think you just want women to sleep with you. That's literally all you want. Get out, please. That's literally what. That's such an off-putting thing. Um, yeah, and I think that's probably what makes dating so exhausting these days. That there are more people like that than people who are actually looking for love. Family, I'm off. I love you all so much. I'm 50 Cent. It's 21 questions every 5 minutes. Sounds like a good first date. That's fair and reasonable. I agree. Don't overinvest in it. They don't have to overinvest immediately, man. If somebody don't like you when you, and the thing about a coffee date is, is a quick situation, right? Coffee date, how quickly you make that coffee, right? Within 5 minutes you have your coffee. Now, if I don't like this man, or if you don't like me, we don't have to waste any time. When we are done with our coffee, it was nice to meet you, sir, man. Wonderful. Take care of yourself. God bless you, man. Out of there. There's no responsibility. But if it's a dinner date, now we have to wait for the thing. Now we have to deal with each other. Coffee dates for me is it's a what's the thing I'm trying to say? It's a man, like words I skip, but it's a thing, man, that really helps you to date effectively. I think it helps me every time. Hey Denise, hi everyone. Oh my god, don't say hi. I'm about to leave. I hate this for me. Late rooting on it. Yeah, or for you, non-negotiables for you is when somebody is late. Okay, yes. Yes, I also agree. Respecting my time. That thing about when girls, even when girls are like, no, baby, I'm just late because I wanted to look cute. No, you're disrespecting that man's time. Like if you wanted to look that cute, you could have just gotten ready earlier on. Like I remember we one time a group of us we were going out like our friends, and there was this new girl trying to get to know everybody in the friend group, and she came an hour late, and for that reason I didn't want to be her friend because you wanted to meet us and we were waiting for you for 1 hour, so that means you don't respect our time. So respecting people's time is a very big thing. I agree with that, DJ. Because you say being late, being rude, yes, there's no reason to be rude, especially for no reason. Like literally, I'm getting to know you for the first time. You're being rude to start off, you having this attitude for no reason. You go not engaging during date or reciprocate the same energy. Oh yeah, just sitting there like, yeah, yeah. That should tell you guys a lot. A lot of you men can skip being in these relationships where you're not actually like what you used by simply listening. If you are on a date with the girl and she's not engaging, she's more concerned about taking pictures of the food and the restaurant and the ambiance and the way she's looking, it should tell you everything you need to know, especially on the first date. She's not engaging, she's not really saying anything to you. Yeah, no, like and subscribe. Blessed. Oh, thank you, friends. Deal breaker. Yeah. Gosh, now you guys are saying everything I'm supposed to know. True indeed, both should be data collecting on the first date. The same question, 8 different times. Was just disturbed. Trust everything. Yeah, you should. You should add not 8 different times. Though. You can ask the same question like 2 times, right? Like look what I did. I asked that man the same question just 2 times. And I was out but by the time he was able to pull that lie together, I was like, sir, I will see you. Take care of it. He called me crazy. I was like, okay, that's okay, sir. Take care. Bye. I hang up the phone. He called me back immediately. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, no, you lied to me. And I don't appreciate that. He's like, yeah, you crazy. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't mind being called crazy. Um, because the thing is, this is what I was trying to say early on. A lot of women make access to them super easy, right? And so now when you are coming in, now all of a sudden you are tricking them into getting the right answer. You're crazy. Because how dare you? True indeed, people do lie about little things. And if you lie about the little things, baby, I cannot trust you with my life. Because that will mean you will lie about other things too. Way bigger things. And the man that can lie to you can ultimately take your life. I stand on that. Oh no, there's a light. Our light just head out. That's definitely time for us to go. If our light goes out, it's time to go. That's the Lord saying, yes, we turn to that light up. But that's the Lord saying it's time, baby. Ooh, all the lights are turning off. And that's how you know it's time. Let me switch the other one on. That's how I know it's time. Oh, thank you. Friends, where are you? You guys are asking me too many questions. I'm answering all these questions in another life. I'm in Thailand. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the love. Love y'all.